Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lesson, you are going to cover the component states and we are going to show you how to use it in the prototype mode. Okay, we are going to create all of this stuff, but the first thing we're going to work on will be this button, on and off. The first thing, we are going to make them component. I will select both of them, pressing on the shift, then right click and then make a component. So now it's grouped and they are component. Over here we have the component states. We can add more states. So this lesson is all about the component states. If you press on this plus, you have a new state and hover over state. We are going to use the new state for now, and I'm going to name this one on. So this switch icon will be on this state, and on this state it will be off. Okay, so now for the on state, I will select it and I will change the colors and positions. We will move this to this side, so when this switch is on, it will be in this side and the color will be green. We're going to change the color to green. This green is nice. And then the border for this circle, I'll make it green as well. So just like this, we've changed it. Now we have the default off and on. Now we will go to the prototype mode and you are going to put this in action. Click on this component and then go to the default state. Now you are going to add a new interaction. Come over the interaction, press on this plus. For the trigger, we will make it tap. For the animation or action, you will keep it like that. Destination, this is important. You have to make it on. So you want it to go to the on when we tap on it. And everything else, we'll keep it the same. Now let's play it and see how it will work. Click on it, now it's on. If you want to make it off, we need to make another interaction. So I will select on this component and then I'll go to the on. We're going to add a new interaction. We will keep everything the same, but for this one destination, we will make it default state. And now, so the changes are applied here. We can make it on and off. Okay, now let's move to the another example for this one. So I'm going to make this one select actually. Okay. And then I will select them and make them component. You can right click or you can make it over here. Right click, make it component. Now we have something like this. We have default one. I'm going to make a new state. I'll make this one selected. Or actually I'll make it checked. Let's make it checked. And I will double click on this one. I will make this one check. This is for the default state. For the checked one, I'm going to change the text to checked, of course. But before we do that, what I'm going to do for the default state, we will keep it like this. For the checked, I'm going to move this one. I'll move it in the middle. And then we are going to change this one to checked, as we said. And the color for the box, we are going to add it like this, and the border, we're going to disable it. Or actually we'll make it, no, let's disable it. And for this one, we will make it white. So now for this component, we have two states. We have the checked and default state. We will go to the default state. We will add an interaction just like we did for the previous one. For the destination, we will make it checked and everything else will be the same. Let's go to the checked, add interaction, and go to the destination, make it default state. Now, if we play this, we have something like this, checked and check, check, just like this. Okay, now let's go to the other one, which is this one. So the idea is the same, like you will do the same process for this one as well. But this is for you to understand it better. So we are going to select both of these, right click and make it component. This is the first thing that we are going to do. So this component has one state, which is default. We are going to make another state. We will make this one selected. Okay. For the selected state, I'm going to change the text to selected. Obviously, it has to be like that. And then I'm going to duplicate this circle. You can create a new one or you can just copy and paste, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, change the color to white, then select it, press on the Alt, Shift together, and make it smaller. This will make it smaller from the center, just like this. Something like this is good. And then the below circle, click on it and change the color to green. I will make it to the same green that we have for the previous one, which is this one. Okay, now for this component we have two states. We have the default state and select state. Now you'll go to the prototype and animate this. For the default state, I will add an interaction. For the destination, I will make it selected. Everything else will be the same. For the selected, we will add an interaction. Destination, we will make it default state. And now if we play it, so we have this one and this one. Very easy and nice. So right now you can create these and add it to your projects, these checked and unchecked buttons. Now let's move to another example, which is this button with the text. So I'm going to select both of these, right click and make it component. For this one, I'm going to add a new state which will be hover over. We have this. I'll keep it like this, and I will add another state, but first let's play with the hover over. So when you hover over on this button, it will change the color. Maybe let's make it, you need to double click on it. Make sure that you're selecting the background itself, not everything together. So I will double click until I select this background. Okay, we have it now. I will enable the background, change the color to something else. I'll make it this one, okay. And the text color, I will make it white. So this is the hover over state. Now I will add another state. This one will be selected. So when you click on it, it will change the color to something else. So first thing, we are going to change the background color. Again, we didn't select the background itself. As you can see, everything will change. So double click on the component group until you are selecting the background, which is this one. Now we have selected. I'm going to change the fill color to something darker like this. And then the color for the border, we will choose the same color. Okay, now we have three states for this one. We have the hover over state, default state, and selected state. Now we'll go to the prototype mode to animate this. So for the default state, XD automatically created an interaction because it's hover over. So when you hover over your click or your mouse over it, it will change it like this. Now we will go to the hover over state, which is this one. We will add a new interaction and we will change it to selected. Okay, now let's go to the selected state. This one, we will add another interaction. So from this one, it will go to the default state again. If we now play it, so because I selected the selected state and I play it, that's why it started from there. I'm going to choose the default actually. Let's go to the default and play it. Now we have something like this. And if you click on this one, it will go to the default state again. And that's all about it. Now we will move to the last one. But before I go to there, I'm going to change the text for this one. Because when we select it, if I go to the selected state, I will change the text to the selected. That's not necessary, I just want to do it. Now we have something like this. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to the last example of the component state. This one will be expansion menu. Okay, so we have these two screens on top of each other. We are going to make it component and we will make component state out of them. So we have these two, as we said. I will put them on top of each other, just like this. Let's move this one as well. Okay, I will select both of them like this, right click, make it component. This will be the default state. We are going to make another state for this. I will just add another one. New state. it will be expanded or expand. And now I will double click on this component group and move this screen to the side. Just like this, you have expanded the menu. Okay, now we have two states. We have the closed state, which is the default one, and the expanded state. If you go to the prototype and we will go to the default state, we are going to add an interaction. This interaction, we don't want it to be for the whole screen. So I'm going to select only the burger menu that we have on the left. So I'll just go to my screen, double click until you are able to select this menu bar or the burger menu, and then come over here, add an interaction, and trigger will be tab, and then the destination will be expand. Now you are going to add another interaction for the whole screen, and it will be for the expand state. So let's go to the, okay, now we have the states. Go to the expand, and you are going to add a new interaction, but double click until you are able to select the screen, this screen, and then add a new interaction. We will make the destination default state. Now if we play it, we have something like this. So when you click on this area, nothing will happen. You have to click on the burger menu, but when you close, you can click anywhere. Also, you can change the easing as well. If you make it snap and change the duration, it will have a different animation. Let's make it wind up. Yeah. So let's change the settings for the first interaction that we had for the burger menu. I will just click on it. Go to the default state, click on this interaction. Let's change the animation for it as well. And now we will have something like this. It's very nice. The last thing I want to do for the expanded, when it expands, just click on it, go to the expand state, and then I want to change the colors. So this gray, I'm going to change it to something else. Make sure that you select the gray background, and you will know because the colors will appear in the right side. Now let's change the color to green. Something like this. And then for this one, I'm going to change the color for it to black. Or dark gray actually. Let's see if this color will work. No, actually we are going to go with the dark gray. Yeah, and then I'm going to select these icons that we have over here. So I'm going to select them, press on the shift and select all of them like this, and change the color to white. We have left one, but I'm going to change that as well. Now select the text, press on the shift and select all of them, then change the color for them to white. And one last icon that I need to change, which is this one. I'll just click on it. Okay, this one. Okay. Now let's play again and see how it is. Okay, perfect. It works like a charm. Okay guys, this is all about the component state that I wanted to cover. With this feature you can create a lot of different things. So now it's time for you to go ahead and practice with these files and also create your own. I will be waiting for your examples of this work. Please share it with me. And you will have a homework for this section I'm going to give you in the coming lessons. I will see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.